Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever episode of Low League Learners. We're gonna hop right into it, and spawning up here in the top right corner, it is Commander. And spawning down here in the bottom position, he is Near. So, while we're waiting for this to get underway, I'm just gonna pretty much tell you what this series is all about. A couple days ago, I let out Mid-League Madness, which is meant for gold all the way up to diamond level players, but this is for the guys I left out. This is for the bronze and silver level players who want to get casted, who want to get advice, who want to get what they want, know how they're doing. So this replay was sent in to me by this guy up here. He is on the Southeast Asia server. He is a silver level player, I believe, and I have no idea what Near is. I believe he is another silver level. Both of these are unranked. However, I do know Commander told me he was a silver league player, and I am going to believe him for the moment. He has no reason to lie on the internet. No one ever has a reason to lie on the internet. But yeah, so far we do have this one drone starting to go out for a scout, so Near is going to get the first scout of his opponent. Commander will have his wall up in time, it looks like. Commander, of course, being the Terran player, has to get a wall to make sure that there is nothing tricky coming out of this drone. So he is going to scout with this one SCV. He is currently just gasless, so he does want to go for an early expansion, it looks like. Of course, that's what you would think if this were a higher level game, but he just may have forgotten to get his gas. So the reason I want to do this series anyway, as this drone comes in, I'm going to Control-Shift-F it, is that these guys have some of the greatest, craziest builds I have ever seen. I spent way too long that I can remember in bronze and silver, so I do know how awesome some builds could go, just like this one. I think this drone is going to do. Just sitting out there, and there comes the proxy hatch. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, guys. Whether you're in bronze all the way up to Grandmaster, you do know that this is a bit annoying, but it is what makes these players so great. You see all these holds. You see pretty much Commander is going to be able to hold this, I believe, if he scouts it, but so far he has not seen this. While I'm trying to get all my tangents put back together, those are hard to put back together, you know. They're not like lines. They don't go in a straight line. I just go off and off and off. But yeah, so far we have 4 Zerglings going across the map. We got the proxy hatchery already almost up, halfway. So Commander looks to be in a bit of trouble there. He is queuing up a lot of Marines. He could cancel a bunch of those, throw down a command center to block this off in case of Banelings, but I don't think he's thinking that right now. He's got one more barracks. He's queued up the second SCV. One thing you should know is that you should always not queue up like this unless you're in a really late game and just need something to do. He also needs to raise that depot, and he does get that up. So I don't think this is going to do way too much. If Commander can keep it from snowballing, he should be fine, but leaving the base is not the correct option here. But actually, Near not paying attention is actually going to get all his links cleared out. That was a bit of a misplay there. I guess he wasn't paying attention at all. But this hatchery is going to start going down. He is not supply blocked, so he can make more lings, and he is going to go for these. Oh, this is actually a pretty close fight. Is he going to win it? Got 2 Zerglings, 4 more coming in, so this is going to be a victory for Near. This one Marine, though, is going to be the hero of the day. Speed has completed. This SV does die, but I think there's enough here from Commander to hold. Excuse me for keeping burping. I am a new guy. But yeah, so far Near is pretty all in with this. He doesn't have a second hatchery. He does not have... Oh, he is going for a Roach Warren, so it's not completely all in at this point. Commander is starting to bank a lot of minerals here, though. Tech Lab is coming down for Stim. He still doesn't have his orbital command. That is a tip from me. Build an orbital. But yeah, Commander so far is holding this pretty well. Maybe a bunker up here to prevent Baneling drops. He does click on that Zergling, trying to see upgrades and all. One Marauder also on the way, so he is going to be able to counter these roaches if he can keep that Marauder count high enough. So far, no second base down for him. He is supply blocked heavily, though. He queued up the supply depots. That is... Don't do that, kids. If you're playing StarCraft 2, don't do that. And Commander actually going to move out here. I do not think he has enough with this small force, but we'll have to see. I have been wrong before. It's my job. But Commander actually playing this out very smart. He's keeping on the ramp so those Zerglings can't get a very good angle on it. But then this queen is starting to spread creep. He is using the other queen to make these guys, the larva, if I can remember words. But yeah, he's making those, so he is using this as a reinforcement point. He could get a couple marines, not marines, spine crawlers here. I guess they paused, but he does need to get that creep needs to get gone. A couple roaches down here. I guess they paused down here, but that pause is done. Another tip for you guys, just so you don't piss people off in the ladder, make sure that you always say pause please and then say go when you're ready to start again, so they can get ready, you can get ready. And is he researching stim? He's not. So he is falling into a bit of a misposition here. He has enough to start a command center in a couple seconds here. He is fully saturated on this, -2 in gas. He's pumping out Hellions, which are going to be good against those Zerglings, but the Zerglings are actually almost gone. All that's left are these roaches, and unless you turn those into Hellbats, they're not going to do too much against them. But so far that creep is just moving on in there. Honestly, I think he can push out with this force. We'll have to see if he decides to, and yes, he does. So he's got 3 Marauders here. That should be enough for the number of roaches. He is going to take a pretty good engagement. Those Zerglings can't get a good surround on them. These 3 Marauders just going to town on these roaches. Starport on the way. eBay going down. But yeah, he cleans this up pretty one-handedly. A couple Marauders can take out the rest of these queens. Needs to focus this one down because it's the one with the energy. And he does get it. So this queen is all alone here. There's 1 Marauder, 1 Hellion. That's enough for against 1 Marine. 4 more roaches are on about to pop though, so he is gonna push up here. He shouldn't get into this Widow Mine. Big hit, and the depot actually goes down. So these 3 Marauders are gonna clean this up. Nier was pretty all in with that. He only has 12 drones, while Commander is fully saturated. But nothing outside of the factory, so he is going to start cleaning this up. He's got to aim for the eggs first, trying to get rid of the roaches, but now he's just going to back up. He knows that he doesn't want to get caught out in position there. A bunch of creep tumors, though. That is going to be very hard to take a second base, especially since there's no orbital command. A third does come down for Nier on Commander's third base. I'm passer, not him. But that Widow Mine, 1 kill on 1 roach, so it's done its duty. But Commander is in a bit of trouble here. He is producing though. That is his saving grace. But these minerals are going to run out soon. 500 on each, so it's not going to be soon, but it's going to be soon enough that you need to worry. A couple missile turrets coming down. He does fear of a spire, but that's just a hatchery. That's not a lair. There's no spire. He's going to move out here. Not the best, but he is going to be able to clean this up with what he has, I believe. Unless Nier starts to bring down the Marauders. But you have 3 left against 4 roaches, so that is going to get cleaned up. So Commander, once again taking that out. He's run out of larva over here. Burrow is being researched here, so if he could cancel that, that is huge. But at the same time, Tunneling Claws just can't happen at the moment. Tunneling Claws requires a lair, requires a roach warren to research it. So Burrow gets cancelled. He needs to back up to keep his broodlings. But oh, that Widow Mine just being the saving grace. Kills off all those broodlings, kills off the lings. And Commander is holding pretty one-handedly. He could start his upgrades, could turn that into an orbital. Please turn it into an orbital. I'm Terran and that hurts sometimes. But yeah, a couple more roaches hanging out there. This creep is just all over the place, and you're not going to be able to clean that up at this point. You need a Raven, or you need a medevac. Not a medevac, but a scan from the orbital. So he is going to move out with this drop, try and do some counter damage. It's actually going to do pretty well, I believe. There's nothing at home. There's nothing over here. The only units on the map are these 3 roaches and 1 queen. This drone trying to decide what he wants to do. He doesn't have enough for a 3rd hatchery yet. This overlord, though, is going to spot this drop coming out. Is it going to? What? Is it going to? No. Yes. Because Commander puts it right next to him. But is he paying attention? Well, Commander is. He's going to take out these 3 marauders, these 2 marines. Going to take out that overlord. But he's just going to go back up. He could use boost to get there a bit quicker. I'm guessing he wants to save that for the retreat. But by the time he gets there, it will be time for a retreat. Let me put that production tab back up. And on top of this, another layer coming down. He did not re-research burrow. So that is going to be a long ways off if he wanted to do tunneling roaches. And he did turn it into an orbital command. Thank goodness. He realizes he needs to get that creep up. Could use these forces for it, but that drop's coming in, starting to do a lot of damage. That queen is going to go down almost immediately. And these drones are forfeit. Another queen on the way. These Zerglings could clean this up, actually. So he's going to pick up, he's going to drop in another location. In a, oh, this location. If he gets in between the mineral patches, I think he can do a lot more damage. But a bit of cutesy Michael there. Tries to save some units. Only 1 marine died, so I'd say it was a bit worth it. But yeah, he's just keeping this drop going. 5 Hydralisks are on the way. That Hydralisk then did complete. But these Marauders just go into town on these Zerglings, and with the medevac support, nothing is going to kill them. These drones are trying, but... oh, these 1 Marauder, though, is not being healed by the medevac. So this lone Marauder and lone Marine are all that's left. But so are the only roaches. Not roaches, those are drones. They're the same thing. They're all Zerg. Back here, he's still not moving out with his force, but he is ready for a second push. But yeah, the Hydras are going to clean this out. So far, 5 drones have gone down. That was almost half of what Nier had. He's not. Neither player is producing. There we go. 4 Marines on the production tab. He can't turn this into a reactor barracks because, quite frankly, there's creep. And on the back of this, you got 5 workers over here just mining away at Commander's natural 3rd. Commander's starting to bank up a lot of minerals. These Hydralisks are going to come across the map as well, but there is way more than enough here to ensure that. He needs to move out right now to clear out the creep. There you go. He's going to get a couple tumors here. How many more will he get before this creep, the scan goes away? Doesn't matter. He hasn't been using mules, so he has plenty of scans banked up. There we go. He's going to clean up the rest of this creep. And these Hydralisks are going to move in. Hydralisks do not do too well against this, but they are going to trade out pretty efficiently. This battle is getting pretty close. Are there enough Marines? Are there enough Marauders? It looks like yes. Commander is going to hold off this push. And behind this, Nier does not have any more units in production. There we go. He does have 6 rallied out here. And Commander smelling blood in the water. He knows this base is here. So he's just going to go straight for it. These 6 Hydralisks popping will be an issue. But there's an army back at home. Commander, stop queuing up your SCVs, dude. It's not worth it. But this fight just going pretty well for Commander. We have a Banshee in production as well. These Hydralisks are going to clean up this first force, but this second force is coming in to reinforce. Try saying that 10 times fast. But it doesn't matter. These Overlord going to get taken out. This medevac finally going in. Nier says, GG, well played. And he taps out. Commander is about to tap out. He just wants to get that hatchery first, and actually he just wants to get a lot more, so he leaves the game. Congrats to Commander, you are the winner of the first low league low league learners. Thank you for tuning in, thank you for sending in the replay. If you guys want to send your replay in, send them in to passergaming@outlook.com. The link is in the description below. Hit like, favorite, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.